Hello, everyone. How you doing? Happy Sunday. And we still have people trickling in. We got some internet problems going on. So for what panels here, I guess we'll go around and see how everybody's doing. Miss Macarah, how was your week?
Oh, pretty busy, but good.
Good deal. Pigeon?
2-1, get in.
Spider? How was your week?
Yeah, it was good. Weathering fourth day of storms hitting here, so praying that my power doesn't go out.
Yeah, mine's been flickering on and off. You know how you get those heat storms. Well, we've had a lot of heat lightning today, so it may or may not cut in. Spider, if you want to run chat, then we'll see where we stand after that.
Well, we're standing strong. With Mr. Andy Masterson, hello, Mr. John Ambler, and Miss Mego is showing up. And as you all roll in, we'll give you a shout out.
Thank you, Mego.
All right, so what are we kicking off on today?
What did you want? What's in the title?
Well, yeah, we almost never get to the title.
True.
It's an illusion of rails.
So, as far as the title goes, I'm not as well versed with the Odyssey as some of the people here on the panel. So, others, if I say something wrong or whatever it is, please feel free to join in. But I think we're all have the same views regardless.
I would say we're pretty much all on the same level. I'm only just started to read that again because obviously the film's coming out, but I haven't read it for 20 years. But I know the basics of it, so from all the films and the TV series and stuff, you pretty much everyone's got a basic idea of. The Odyssey is the film, obviously, we're talking about, and whether that is going to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to.
I don't think it will. And then, of course, there's the infamous Gary and Savvy bet. Savvy bet Gary that the movie would flop.
It's not going to flop. Not a chance.
There's too many people with high hopes.
Well, it's
bring up the projections.
It's the director. I mean, at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Nolan it will just pull in too many people. It's like the Snyder thing. No matter how much you love or hate him, he could pull in the numbers. When he went to Netflix, that's a different story because that's not a movie cinema experience where you can pull in the actual numbers and know what you're making. So yeah. I don't think it's going to hit $1 billion, but I do think I think it will top out 850, 900 million at the most. Mainly because of the international market. British people don't really care about the race swapping and gender swapping and stuff like that, generally. Unless you're media savvy, you don't really care. People don't care. But I talk to people about that, and they're like, I don't care. It's just a Nolan film. I want to go see it. I don't care. You know, so that's most normies here. So I don't think it'll affect sales that much. It will affect sales though. There is no two ways about it. It will cost them seats.
Yeah,
But how many?
Yeah. It was Ryan, I think it was, that was like, well, it's because she's bald. So just black people own 8 million wigs. Just put a wig on. It's like,
He would say that.
I don't think that's going to solve the problem. He's like, in YouTube, I have black friends. They all have wigs. Put a wig on. I was like, I don't think that's going to save it.
So yeah, 80 or 100. I think maybe the lower estimate on because the opening day it's not going to affect it. I don't think. Maybe 2 million, like with all because it's not getting boycotted as such. It's just people are getting tired of it all. It's the fatigue thing.
There's also the discrepancy of IMAX versus, I think they're doing like a 70 millimeter showing too.
Yeah.
And it's not even advertised from what I understand. So
most people are going to go see it in IMAX as well, and it's all been sold out for already for I think it's up to 2 weeks. So I think it was Ryan saying he's probably not going to drop. People are expecting a drop quite a bit on the second week, but he's saying it probably won't because of the IMAX numbers. Because that's what everybody. If I was going to go see it, I'd go see it in IMAX. So I get that.
At least a better effect for the movie. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I usually see my action movies, so that would make sense.
But I can't see it really affecting it that much. It's like the opposite effect of the Harry Potter thing, the game, where everybody's trying to boycott it on the other side, and it didn't really affect it. If anything, it made it make more money. So it can go both ways. You just never know. Like, no matter how much we rally against things like this, whether it's personal to you or you just don't like the fact that they're doing it with everyone, it's people are starting to notice it. I started to notice it more. So it's why I started to get into watching more YouTube and stuff, because I was watching films and thinking, am I the only one in this cinema that thinks this is shit? You know, like, and The Last Jedi was one of them. I was like, I didn't understand why people were cheering in the film, because there were people cheering in the film at that point when it came out, and I'm like, are you watching the same film? And
Andy's saying that Elliot's going to put butts in seats. Do you think that Paige will put butts in seats?
I mean, it's possible. But the thing, the other argument to that is the people that follow him don't
see what she's doing.
Yeah, but the people that follow that sort of gender idealism and stuff, they tend to not only actually then buy the thing or go see the thing. You know, they'll be activists for it, but then they won't put the money in their pocket to go see it because they can't, because they're usually students and young people. So, you know, and we've all rebelled when we were younger against certain things. It's the same thing. It's just a different gravy.
Yeah.
But I think it'll put more people off than it will turn them on. I mean, that was the Doctor Who argument, wasn't it? That was it Jinx Monsoon was saying, it doesn't matter if you don't want to see this program, it's going to put my representation and having LGBT representation and DEI in it is going to make more viewers than the old guard, and you know, it's going to, for every every one person that stops watching Doctor Who, another 5 will start watching it because of DEI and stuff. And look how that turned out. I mean, that was
the thing, is they all wanted to rebel, and that's the whole thing. They just like the rebellion of it. I agree with you.
It's like
and as I was saying backstage, Nolan's one of my favorite directors. I love all his movies. I am a Nolan bro. You know, call me what you will, but I have no reason to get up, spend the money, and go see this movie. I have seen every one of his movies in theaters since, I guess, Insomnia. I've seen them all in IMAX, which ones were in IMAX. I even went out of my way during COVID to do certain parameters to go up to Connecticut to watch Tenet, because that was really and it's like, okay, I'm in it, but this is not giving me anything. Like, I don't care. I don't want to see this.
Yeah, and I think that's the trouble, is that people are getting to the point where it's not necessarily the director or the film, it's just the fatigue at Hollywood in general, where they just no one expects it to be good. It's like all of us, you say FNT to NME, anyone, geeks and gamers, they're all expecting it to be bad now because of it's not because they want it to, it's because, well, we want it to, it's because we know what's happened before. The last 10 films that are blockbusters have been terrible. I can't, when's the last really good blockbuster? There's been some okay ones, like.
Was Maverick technically a blockbuster?
I guess Maverick would have been the last one.
It didn't make a hell of a lot of money. I mean, it made its money back, I think.
Oh, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. There you go. No, I wasn't. Let's say the first 20 minutes of that, it was pretty funny, but then it gets a bit. It's still watchable, and compared to, that's the trouble, is it's not a great film, but compared to everything that's been out in the last 10 years, it's a better film than them. So therefore, it is a better film now. I liked it more because it was good.
Yeah, that's the only reason it made what it did, was everybody was like, well, at least I can watch it. It won't be a favorite, but at least it's more watchable than the shit we've been getting.
Yeah, and that's what happened with Spider-Man. It happened. There are some films that are always going to make money and they're guaranteed to, but this is a film that's guaranteed to make money, and it might not. It might go the other way, and no one goes to see it. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to hit $1 billion, but it's not going to be far off. It's going to make its money back.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's his highest budget yet at $250.
Yeah, Andy says, "Are you suggesting that Lupita Nyong'o wasn't the what put Wakanda Forever over the $1 billion?"
She was not.
I didn't even watch that one.
I've never watched it, so yeah. But that's because I got to the point after Last Jedi. Really, I haven't watched anything. I haven't been to the cinema to see anything like that. I think the last thing I went to the cinema to see was Nobody 2.
The last thing I think I saw in the cinema was Top Gun Maverick, and that's because my friend Boogie wanted to go see it.
Did you just say Boogie?
Yeah, Boogie.
The Boogie.
A Boogie.
Right, okay. So that would have been a deep, dark secret.
Aaron Umberger, known as Boogie.
Yeah, right. Not the famous, I've got cancer Boogie.
No. My internet friendships don't reach that stratosphere, thank God.
Oh, you wouldn't want to.
Exactly.
Sometimes you can get too famous, like DSP.
And when I do say Boogie, everybody stops and was like, "What? You know that?" No,
I mean, that does show like he's in the zeitgeist, whether you like it or not. He's a known name. It's like Asmongold, you love him or hate him.
I don't watch Asmongold because I can't stop watching his eyebrows, because when he speaks, he's got this dyskinesia tick that I notice as a nurse, because I'm like, dude, I don't know what meds you're on that's causing your eyebrows to do that, but it's distracting.
Who is this?
So it makes me wonder what psych meds he's on, because that's actually a medical tick.
Allegedly,
yeah.
You have to put that in front of everything now.
Yeah, allegedly. But yeah, I watch him, and I don't agree with everything he says, and some of the, sometimes he can be very controversial, but that's part of being a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer. You've got to try and stay relevant. You don't have to try and stay relevant. That's a lot of rubbish. But if you're at his numbers, you have to keep doing stuff more over the top to just stay at those numbers. So
yeah, I'm glad we're not at those numbers, because
even if you were, though, you're like this group where you're more grounded. Some people might get above themselves and stuff, but you seem to weed those sort of people out, or they go off and do their own thing. It's that, and that's fine. That's how you move on. That's how you transmute and change.
And
I want to bring up a new joke that's been brought to my attention as of yesterday.
Oh God.
But it also had this truth to it. for the Odyssey. Work with me here.
Andy Masterson says in the 80s, we just assumed it all was from cocaine.
There's no assumption about it. Have you seen Tango and Cash?
Yes.
I love that movie.
It's a great film. But you can tell it was written while someone was out of their face.
Oh, yeah, there's been a lot of those.
Yeah, Point Break, any of those films. All the TV series, it was all inspired by staying up late at night and having great ideas for using different things to do so. Not everything.
Yeah, but we got some great entertainment out of it, you know. Just like Graham says, you know. The 80s, yeah, the movies were made from cocaine and the music was made from heroin.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
And it's true as well.
Allegedly.
The dance scene, everything, like the music scene, that was marijuana and ecstasy and, you know, amphetamines, which I'm an ex-addict, so I know all about that. But like my story is much like Gary's, but it wasn't meth, it was speed. But it's, there's a difference between having fun and like doing stuff like that and being creative and then like going too far. And that's the trouble, is that all of those people that were doing that then had to go into rehab and they can't do it anymore. And rightfully so, that, you know, it's a terrible, obviously, addiction. But
that was the way my friend Boogie was after a back injury, after a car wreck.
Happened to me.
He started with pain pills, and then it kind of went to, you know, different types of stuff. I don't think he ever did any of the needles or anything, but
No, I've never done anything harder than
a big drinker too. So he cleaned himself up a lot, though. He put himself on Suboxone, paid for everything by cash, cleaned himself up, and he got a master's degree. So.
Yeah, you do tend to find a lot of people that have been through that. Certainly, there's a lot of people I know that the people that do beat it tend to be quite strong-willed anyway, which is how they beat it. And then, you know, they're the people that will push themselves to do other things. That's, again, as me, I pushed myself to do other things, got back into my art and started doing this and got my creative streak back, because when I was obviously doing that sort of stuff, I didn't care about anything else. So it can be great in one way and terrible in another. So, but I would never, let's put it this way, I'd never suggest that people should do cocaine to write a script. But, you know, we've seen how it works in the past.
Well, my friends were like, even if they did do it, half of them were boring because they would like do it for their birthday and they would sit around their dining room table all night drinking coffee and talking 90 miles a minute. And I'm like, was it really worth the money that you just spent for that?
I'm not agreeing. I'm yeah.
It's like,
saying yes, it was
politely nodding.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, you are either in that scene or you weren't. There was no real in between. You know, I never inhaled. there's that basically, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't drink. I have the occasional.
Yeah,
it's just never a thing for me. No, everybody's got their own.
That I would watch everybody get drunk, and then the next day I would tell them everything they did.
Yeah, designated driver.
Yep.
Yeah, I was as well. It's like I'd occasionally, but I got to the point where I was drinking 9 pints a night.
Yeah.
Like this is what was like 18, 19. I was like, I've got to stop. And I just stopped and I didn't go back to it. And it's not like an alcoholism thing or anything like that, because I can still, and it's fine. I don't feel the need for it. I can enjoy a social drink, but I never have it in my house. I've got a bottle of whiskey up there and stuff like that that's been there for like 4 years. Because for me, it's just a social thing. If someone comes around, have a drink. You know, I'll buy it for other people, not for me.
That's not normally the way they age liquor, Pigeon.
But that's just what it is with me. It's like, because Jack Daniels was my go-to, Jack Daniels or JD and Coke. You know, that's the thing I do drink now if I drink. So I've always got a bottle of JD somewhere in the house. Yeah. But I never drink it unless someone's coming around and we're having a drink. You know, I won't drink on my own. I think
Let me ask you a question, Pigeon. Because now this peaks, now that you bring that up. Jack Daniels, is it a thing over there?
Yeah. More so than any other sour bourbon. Like you get Jim Beams over here and stuff like that. More people drink whiskey, admittedly. We're a whiskey country.
Because I know that you just said it, drinkers like, oh, I'm always drinking Jack and Coke and stuff like that. I'm like, over here, that's like, we don't drink. We hate Jack.
No, you drink. It's like a Hennessy's, or everybody has their own thing, isn't it? But yeah, in Britain it's quite big because there's no real competitors apart from Jim Beam, and you get the local like cheap.
I remember when I went to
like
Glastonbury and I tried to order a shot of like a lemon drop or whatever, and they didn't know what shots were. So
they do now.
Yeah. So
yep, exactly, old man.
All my friends are bartenders. So I'm like, okay, do you have this, this, and this? And then we were making shots for a while, and I would show them how to make different shots. Yeah, that bar was wasted.
Oh, I've had all like brain damage, which was what creme de menthe and vodka or something like that, because the cream would obviously curdle, and that was the bomb, because it looks like it's curdling, or it's called brains, some people call it. But I've had every cocktail there is. I've tried it.
Have you had
a cinnamon toast? Pims. What was that?
A cinnamon toast.
Cinnamon toast.
Mm-hmm.
Rum chata and Fireball.
Oh, I've had that. I just didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, and they also, my friend also made a drink that tasted basically like a pancake breakfast because they used the different liquors with the orange juice, and it tasted like pancakes with syrup. It was pretty wild.
I mean,
we used to do stuff with what's that orange liqueur, Cointreau, and stuff like that. We do stuff like that. You just end up like at parties and stuff. You just end up pouring all different things in, trying to make something. It always end up the same. You just end up.
Yeah, my one friend Truman made a drink that tasted like a cherry Capri Sun, and it literally did not taste the liquor. But when you tried to get up off your bar stool and had no legs, you knew it was there.
Well, I mean, that's what happened with the rise of all the Alco Pops. And I mean, do you remember the first one?
Mm-mm.
It was called Hooch. And it was like a fizzy lemonade with a bulldog. It was called Bulldog as well. There was two different ones, but that was the first one. I think it came from Australia, but that was pretty much the first Alco Pop. And now it's just all over the place. Have you seen the new ones now? It's like it looks like a little orange. They're just little round bottles. They've become really, really popular.
Oh, they have buzz balls over here.
They look like a grenade, basically.
Yeah, they have buzz balls over here.
Buzz balls, that's it. Yeah, they've become massive. But it's the same. There's always a trend of some certain drink become massive.
Well, like every year there was a different shot trend, and
Jaeger bombs.
Actually, for my birthday one year, I actually hired somebody. They were my shot taker, and I picked them up. I fed them. I took them home. Everything, because that year it was Gorilla Farts, which was equal parts wild turkey and 151.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not drinking that.
Yeah, there was something like we had a friend. Like I used to live in a set of bedsits, and we had a friend who had his own still. He'd made it out of an old boiler and something. He was making it. He was called Whiskey Jim, and he was like an old soak drinker. And he used to make poutine from all sorts of things, like cabbages and potatoes and all sorts. And he'd sell little bottles of it like this big for like £5, which is $8 or something like that. This is like in 1997, and if you drank that bottle, you'd be on the floor because it was like 100% proof.
My
tasted awful.
One of my cousins in West Virginia, his landlord had a copper still, an old-fashioned copper still, and
did you drive NASCAR? Yeah.
The moonshine that he made, you would take a sip and every bit of moisture in your mouth would have vanished because the alcohol content was so high.
Well, it's just that a lot of people put what is it that makes you go blind? Antifreeze. Like a lot of like the cheap wine and stuff like that. Like lots of people in Britain, because it's more of a British thing. But during the 80s, a load of people went blind because there was like a massive consignment of, I can't remember what it was, vodka or wine, and it was full of antifreeze, and it just blinded people, killed shitloads.
I don't know why it's so funny.
They'll make alcohol out of it. Anything. It's just like in prison, that toilet water wine.
Toilet water, yeah.
Pruno.
Oh, Pernod. Oh. I used to like it when I was doing the 9 pints thing. That Pernod is probably the thing that stopped me drinking because I was violently ill from it. Pernod and black, which is Pernod and blackcurrant, dash of blackcurrant basically. But I was getting to the point where I was having like triple shots, with the pints because lad culture and all that in 80s Britain. It was just what you did. Still, what you do now in Britain, you go out and drink is a British culture thing. So, and
Did you have Four Locos over there?
What was that?
Did you have Four Locos over there?
What's that?
Basically a 40 of energy drink and alcohol.
Yeah, but they weren't called that. We did have 40 ounce and stuff, 40-40, Mad Dog and all that sort of thing. But anything like that, you'd have to make yourself. We didn't really get any sort of like half and halves or shots or them sort of alcohol pops until maybe 20 years, 30 years ago. And you'd have the big one over here is called WKD, which is basically a blueberry, like there's WKD Blue, which is a blueberry vodka drink, and it's more drink than vodka. It's like 4% or something like that. But it's designed for kids. It's blatantly designed for kids. Like, it's all in bubblegum flavors and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as vapes. They all come in different fruity flavors, and Britain try to ban it. Like try to ban vapes. Like we can't have them if they're any sort of child's flavor. We're going to ban it, and they realise quite soon that you can't do that because what's a flavour for a child? Oh, so if I'm vaping this is cherry. If I'm vaping this, am I a child because I'm vaping this? It didn't make any sense. So what they did was they banned non-reusable ones. So now every vape in Britain has to be rechargeable, and that's how they got around it.
And that didn't really solve much because they're still there. So.
Well, it's just less of them being found on the street. That's all it is. Because that was their excuse. To be honest, it's true. These were just left everywhere. The disposable ones are just thrown on the floor by kids. Or whippets. Do you know what whippets are? You should know what whippets are, don't you? But yeah, it's laughing gas, basically. It's just little silver bullets. And you'd find them all over the car park floors in places like Southend or anywhere there'd be, a gathering of cars and people and kids. But that's just the new what we were doing in the 80s, taking ecstasy and going to raves, illegal raves. It's just moved on and just changed.
That's just like over here when they didn't put the money towards fixing the drug problem. They're like, oh, we're going to be kinder and gentler and make sure you use clean needles so you don't get it. So they start handing out syringes to everybody.
Well, you can get it. You can get it now. Yeah, you can get it handed to you, and then they'll hand you money to then vote for the person they want to.
Yeah.
That happens here.
Bill says, think about sniffing glue for just a hobby. Kind of helps the days you know. You know what, old man Hatfield? I had a brother who sniffed glue. He was on drugs at like the age of 7. We were in Germany, and he got into the party scene early. And one day I came home and I hear somebody in my closet in a threatening manner. And I'm like, what the fuck? I opened the door and my brother has my stuffed animals lined up and is sitting in my closet in the dark, interrogating my stuffed animals.
Where's my son?
Welcome to the joys of sniffing glue, allegedly. YouTube.
Yeah, my brother did it, and he ran out of the house screaming. Once came running down the stairs. He thought he was being chased by bees and demons and all sorts of things. I never really did anything like that, but it was a massive thing. Like in the 70s and 80s, one of my best friends, his brother was a glue bagger, basically. And you remember he used to have trees would be covered in glue bags because the people would do them, like stand the bag and then throw them into a tree. Yeah. Now it's dog poop.
Yeah, my brother almost drowned once because he was, doing the substance. And he was in the bathtub and he had this big weird experience. He was in there in the dark and said that Mr. Waters came up through the pipe and was taking him down through the pipes. And he was at the mayor's house and the police station and everywhere. And he kept going underwater thinking that's what he was doing. And he almost drowned himself.
Yeah, it's easy. It's very easy to do when you're in that state of mind. I think I've only ever tripped like that once. It was when I was young and stupid. I was only about 16, and I sniffed petrol because it was just I was hanging around with the people that were doing glue. Unfortunately, I was just really impressionable, so I sniffed petrol once, and I remember I can't remember what it was, but I remember just having a complete out of body experience dream, and then just snapping back. And just puking everywhere. We was in an old demolished house and just sitting in the back room of it. like in the dark when I came out of it. I'm like, anything could have happened to me at that time. It's like I never understood why the big thing with heroin and stuff where they're injecting and they just lay back and they're just gone. And it's like, how is that a good thing for you? And I don't want to try it to find out because I might like it, but it just makes me balk at the fact of some of the things that people do just to get away from life, and I did it, I just did it another way. I had uppers instead of downers.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of wanting to do drugs.
Yeah, our streams will have that effect.
Helena Troy will make you want to do that.
So Christopher Nolan dismisses the Odyssey casting backlash as irrelevant. That's what adaptation is. Is it though? I see his point. Like, if you're adapting something, then yes, you are changing it, and there's an artistic license. Mm-hmm. And like I was saying backstage, look, the chances are that Lupita is not going to be in it for long. She whose name I won't mention won't be in it for long. But
that shall not be.
They shall not be.
Whether that's even just her as Helen or whether that's Clytemnestra.
Yeah, because they're playing twins. So you don't, like I said, the screen time. It's not likely she'll be in it for very long. But any time that she is, it is going to take you out of the screenplay, out of the actual film, or it will. If it's just so noticeable, I mean, if she is in this, that is certainly in that photo, in that clip, Helen of Troy. There are people that are going to immediately say, well, she's not exactly a looker. I don't think she's like a bad looking girl or a good looking girl. She's just a normal, everyday looking person, really. Mm-hmm. But so there are going to people that are going to balk at that. Just the fact that she's not a beautiful woman. Then there's going to be people that, well, she's not fiercey. She's not got the white arms as written in the books. She's not going to be the ship that launched 1,000 faces. And then there's all the memes and jokes that come from that. So, like everyone's going to take a pop at this from whatever side you see yourself from, the left or the right, or, conservative or Democrat or just liberal or whatever. That's going to cause so many problems for every circle, and the only people that seem to be defending it are at the moment the critics that have seen it, and we know from experience that they do that with every film. So you can't even trust Rotten Tomatoes now. I mean, when this comes out, it will do well the first week, and it'll have 90% good reviews and 10% bad. So who do you listen to? Mm-hmm. It is one of these films I think you're going to have to go see it to work it out. I don't think you can have anyone say to you, I don't know, Roland says this, don't go see this. And I'm kind of with him on that. I think he's gone too far on this just to get Oscars. I think that's what it's all about. But I personally wouldn't say to anyone else, don't do it. I just won't go see it because of that.
The new thing that's going on now is they had the red carpet the other day, and Matt Damon brought his family and his wife and his daughters, and everybody's saying, half jokingly, but there is truth to it, none of these could have been Helena Troy.
Yeah.
Those looks.
And it's not even necessarily because they're white, it's because they're hot. They're basically fairly hot. But I think it's got to be for Oscars, because we know that the Oscars now, you have to have a person of color in it, a person who may gay or trans or whatever. So he's ticking boxes basically, and it's obvious. And I think that's the thing that's starting to get to people, is they're starting to see it. Like we saw it ages ago. Like I was seeing that 10 years ago. Like some episodes of NCIS, you see it, or anything like that, Castle or Bones or anything. All of them had the odd episode here and there. Even the X-Files, where they would. It's not that they would push that agenda, but it's a part of life. So it would happen. You'd have episodes of it, but you'd see it every now and then. But now it tends to be the main character is that, or the main storyline is about that. Mm. Or, I mean, like all the rumours going around about Lanterns at the moment, about Hal Jordan in the first episode. I mean, I don't know if you know about the rumours about that. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Because in Lanterns, it's basically a rip-off of True Detective, is what people are saying, and I can see the point of that. But the rumor is now, because they've leaked the script, that Hal Jordan dies in episode 1 or within the first couple of episodes, so that obviously the next Lantern can be, I don't know, I can't remember who he's playing. Is it Hank? But and that's fine. That's fine for a film if you're going to start off with that character and have it in the Green Lantern world. But the way they're doing it, they're doing it. It's like they've looked at things like Reacher or Tulsa King and stuff like that, or anything Vince Gilligan, and they've gone, or Terry Matalis, and they've gone, let's do it like that because that's what people like. Look at all of the ranch programs or anything like that. Dutton Ranch obviously being the new one, and they're all following the same sort of pattern, and that's American patriotism, really. I mean, let's face it. But they seem to be taking the wrong message from those shows, where it's people like it because it's not old fashioned, but it's harking back to a time where none of that was a concern, where it's not an issue in the show. Even if they do it, they just bring it up a little bit and then move on. They just get the script is everything, not the people. And the Odyssey seems to be doing a hell of a lot of heavy lifting when it comes to that. They're trying too hard to. He's even said it, and he said in an interview, "We're doing it for the modern audience," and that's. I would say that interview is probably if it's going to cause problems for this film, it's probably that interview that's going to do a lot of the damage, and the Lupita interview on the red carpet, and the other woman who plays Cersei's. Talking about, like women who are attuned to the moon and stuff like that have always been torn down and stuff like that. It's like, because...
Well, and that's like Andy Masterson says, Christopher Nolan's going to do King Arthur and cast Whoopi Goldberg as Guinevere.
Or Sir Lancelot.
I would do that, yeah.
But the thing is, 10 years ago, we'd joke at that. That'd be silly. Now, there's a high possibility that something like that would happen.
Like, well, it's not conspiracy anymore.
Yeah, everything's a conspiracy until it turns out to be true.
And since half the shit is turning out to be true, you can't call it that, allegedly.
It's like, there's a show coming out on Prime. I can't remember what it's called because I've only seen the advert for it today. But it's a Hannah Waddingham, who's a well-known British actress, tall, blonde, bombshell, really. But she's in her late 40s, but early 50s. But she's still beautiful. She's doing a show with Olivia. It's the black actress that's in a lot of shows, quite a large woman, Olivia something. I can't remember her name, but she's again a good actress. But they're doing a show where she's basically a spy that doesn't let people know she's a spy, and it's the same old trope of I didn't know you was a spy until someone are coming after us, and now it's like night and day basically, but it's basically two women and one of like Hannah Waddingham as a 50-year-old woman is meant to be an assassin, and it's like no. I said to my girlfriend Lily, and I was like, that's probably going to be an enjoyable film. It's only on Prime. It's not really going to count. But people aren't just going to watch that and think she's capable of doing any of those things. Because she's
someone
too
asked
old.
her on the red carpet about that.
Yeah.
I don't know how do you say Waddingham?
Hannah Waddingham, yeah.
They asked her.
She's in Ted Lasso. Most people know her from Ted Lasso.
Yes. And she was Shane from Game of Thrones.
Yes, she was in Willow as well, I think. She was the woodsman in Willow. They
asked her that for the red carpet for that movie or show, whatever it is. They're like, so how do you feel about James Bond being cast as a woman? And she's like, no, absolutely not. He was conceived this certain way. And if we want to create something like that, we'll have to create something original. Again, I'm paraphrasing, but...
Yeah, but that's her pulling back a bit because she's been quite liberal in some of the things she said in the last few years. Because in Ted Lasso, the first season, I quite like the first season. It's just a gentle comedy at the end of the day. You either like it or you don't. The first season was good. The second season starts to drop off a bit. And by the third season, people are suddenly gay. Like the women are like really empowered to the point of it being a bit silly. And the men as well. You know, some of the men are just like stupid beyond belief, and they all happen tend to be white guys. You know, that's the trouble, is you start to see it, even if you're not really that bothered by it. You start to see it, and that's how I certainly started. It started happening.
Did anybody watch Pluribus when Pluribus was going around?
Pluribus, no.
It started out good. It was pretty decent.
That's the one where they take over the mines, isn't it?
Yeah, but then the problem was, of course, she had to turn gay in the last season, and so I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's happened quite a lot. They just suddenly gay, and that happened.
They suddenly just flipped the whole script and just oh well, now they have to be gay, or they have to do this, or they have to do that.
And again, that's fine.
But from the beginning, it was like put in the last season.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
and it's all so they can get awards, because SAG basically said you need to have this amount, this percentage, these many boxes ticked for this show to even be considered for an award. So, and Ted Lasso was chasing and getting awards at that point, so it kind of had to do it. So I, in a lot of ways, sometimes I don't blame the makers of the show. It's the people behind them, the producers, sometimes the director, but generally the chair, the board, the people. It's like a lot of people say it's like things are being done by committee now. Yeah. Everything's being filmed by every director isn't directing a film anymore. They're just there and they're being handed notes left, right, and centre. Do this, do that. You need to change this. You need to change that. And that happened with Supergirl. It was quite clearly a James Gunn directed film, even though it wasn't directed by him. It was directed, was it Shane Gillespie? But it looks like a James Gunn film because the board and the committee said, no, we want it to be like a James Gunn DC film, so make it like James Gunn. So here's some notes that were given to them probably by James Gunn. So, and look what happened there. He's probably killed his career. I certainly won't go see The Man of Tomorrow.
It had his style painted all over it.
Yeah. And it could have been good. She could have if they'd have just made it 10% more likable, it would have been at least a little bit better.
Well, from the onslaught of that first teaser trailer, I was just like, all right, I don't care whose name is printed on this. This is James Gunn written all over it.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy, but race swap, gender swapped. I mean, she even looks like Star-Lord in some of the clips. I haven't seen it. I've skipped a high seas version. And just checked it out. What is it as bad as people say? And it really is. It's just, I think the worst thing I say is boring. It just you don't get any. There's no emotional attachment to it. It's just like it's a second screen film.
Well, she even looked bored to be in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ringing it in, phoning it in, or sort of. And she is. It seems to have been before like a good actress, but you can only be as good as the script you're given.
Yeah, because she did really good as a younger Rhaenyra for the first few.
Oh, stop it! Oh, stop with the fucking lies. The girl was not good as a young. Stop with that shit.
I'm saying compared to her Supergirl, she was better as Rhaenyra than she was as Supergirl.
Sorry,
all I can say. No, Beast, all I can say to you is, okay, take your finger off the flipping exit button, all right? Just keep your fingers away from it, and we'll be good. Just pretend there's a bit of pineapple on it or something.
Yeah.
Good.
What's up, y'all? What's up? No, man. Hey, listen. Spider said he wanted to do something, and he said, hey, man, just hang back. And I was like, yeah, shoot, bro, I'll hang back.
Well, he didn't mean hang back in your bed.
I mean lay back and fall asleep.
There was a bit of a disturbance over on the island. So I'm late, but I'm here. How y'all doing? I'm Beast Man.
Good. We're obviously talking about the Odyssey. What are your thoughts? How much? Let's start with the easy question. Do you think the Odyssey is going to hit $1 billion?
No, fuck no, I don't think it is. I think.
How much do you think?
I think. People are fucking dedicated. I'll say they're dedicated. But it ain't
Whatever's
making
going on that island is
ain't
still
making no
happening.
fucking billion, bro.
I said at the most 900. Like if it does well, it will do 900. I don't think it's
Bro,
going to make a
okay,
billion.
listen. I don't think even that, bro. In all honesty, I think like 750 cap.
Yeah, I think even Rohlin said about 6.5. I think he said 5. In fact.
Yeah.
I'm going 6.
Yeah, I think 750 cap. I'm rolling it somewhere. Yeah, somewhere around like 625 on average.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But I think upwards of 850. It'll end on. Because don't forget, it's going to be in the cinemas probably for a couple of months. I would imagine, because it is a Nolan film at the end of the day. It will have a steady drip of people going to watch it, and like you said earlier, Spider, that a lot of people are going to the IMAX to see it, so it will keep its numbers because of that alone, if anything.
And
It's just whether the
won't let
cinemas
Nolan
decide to
fail.
keep it. No, yeah, there's that as well.
They'll keep it in there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And you can guarantee this will come out on a steelbook very quickly.
They'll buy tickets. It doesn't matter. That's all.
Yeah, basically. I mean, Nolan chugs.
Oh, yeah.
Did you share that, Sal? Yeah, was that your thing to share? No.
No, we did that on Thursday.
Oh,
We can if we want.
yeah.
Well, after you left, we couldn't share anything.
Yeah. After all the admins were responsible adults and fucking left, we couldn't even shut the stream down. We had to just let it run. I had to text Beast and be like, get up and close the stream.
At least you got your algorithm up, at the time.
Oh, chat was entertained by it. So,
It must have been running for about 4 hours.
No, yeah, I don't think it does shit. I don't think it does anywhere near what it. You know what kills it too, bro? Is like they say that we don't. We have like fucking 100 followers or whatever, but they say that we don't have the power over this, and that's a fucking lie. Because obsession proves that where word of mouth and the people have the fucking power to push a movie far beyond what it should make on paper. Let's say, right? So on paper,
that blew the nose
right?
out of the water.
So on paper, a Nolan film, Odyssey, right? People love those fucking movies, those types of movies. Yeah, Nolan film, Odyssey. On paper, 900 shouldn't be a fucking problem for this movie.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be. But all this fucking bullshit that's surrounding it is fucking kneecapping this fucking movie, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we were talking backstage after the first stream, and that's what we were saying basically, that it's going to do that. It's Rohlin said it, like he said, it was a perfect analogy. It's broken containment, because Asmongold is talking about it. There are big there are big creators that don't really cover that sort of thing are talking about it. Even political commentators are talking about it. And so it has broken containment. Like, everyone is starting to talk about it outside of our sphere. Even the left, the right. I was saying earlier, left, right, liberal. It doesn't matter who you are. You're going to have problems with Helen of Troy for different reasons.
Right.
Exactly. The history bros are going to be like, well, that's completely out. That the people that have got the race thing, they don't like it because of that. The people that don't like it because she's not beautiful enough, and it's that's just one problem. And then there's Paige, and again, how they're not going to be in it for long, but they're in the advert, and that might be enough to kill the film. I can see that. I don't personally think it will.
Well,
I think
to say it, kid, she could not be in it for long. Like,
yeah,
but
I don't think
it's been years. It's been years since I've seen like the actual Odyssey, like but it's like Helen of Troy. To say, I mean, even if she's only in it for a bit, to say she's not important to the story is fucking wrong. She's a huge part.
Two wars started because of them.
Right. She's a huge fucking part of it, people. Like a huge fucking part. You didn't race swap, right? You didn't race swap some minor fucking soldier on the battlefield. You didn't reswap from fucking servant girl or the second princess of the third king or whatever. You know what I mean? You re-swapped Helen of fucking Troy. The fuck are you thinking, bro? This fucking hell no. And listen. Okay, play the race card all you want. She can be beautiful to you. People like that kind of thing. Me personally, I don't. Right? I have very few
I
chocolate
don't find her
ladies
massively attractive.
that I like. But she's okay. So there is beauty in the eye of the beholder, right? So what you like, and then there's objectively beautiful, and she is not objectively beautiful. She's not. She's just not.
Yeah.
At least not in the same way like Diane Kruger was.
And I think she's beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I think like if you put her in makeup and the right outfit and and stuff like that and lit her properly and stuff, she could look as beautiful as the next woman who's in Hollywood. But they haven't done that. I mean, you've seen the clips of it. They
go out of their way to like uglify these attractive women.
Well,
that's starting to happen in the gaming industry. It's slowly seeping into it.
Did you see, bro, Pigeon? You seen that girl, that model for fucking that dumb bitch from Solo from fucking the Star Wars game? What the fuck is it called? Monitor it apart. What the fuck is it called?
Outlaws?
The Star Wars game, Outlaws.
Right, Star Wars Outlaws. Right.
She's beautiful in real life.
For the main character is fucking beautiful. Yeah. That is a beautiful fucking woman. And you look at the character and it looks like shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they've done it with a lot of characters. A lot of people say the Hayley Atwell thing in Fable, but I'll push up against that. And all the people saying they're horrible, they're ugly in Fable. Have you ever played Fable? It's like the characters are all literally ugly. So that one I can give a pass. But there are other games where they've clearly made the actress or the actor look worse than they are, like Veilguard, and stuff like that. It's
right.
Yes, that's more cartoonified, but they've made the characters clearly ugly.
Well, I mean, Veilguard is a nod unto it. I love Dragon Age, right? I love the lore of it. I love and that fucking stupid bitch, the horn bitch. What I don't know her fucking name in the game. I don't know the fucking butchie, right? So you have her as your coon representation. Qun, not CON. You fucking weirdos. Calm down. So you have her as the representation of that race in this video game. Now, past iterations of that race, right? So you get like Iron Bull, you get fucking I forget what the leader was in Dragon Age 2. But they would literally rip her fucking spine out of her ass for what she did and how she talks and how disrespectful she is. Quite literally rip the spine out of her fucking ass. Just for being the dumb bitch that she is. And how they portray her in the game. You totally fuck with the lore, right? Not to mention what they did to my boy Varric and fucking Bianca. What they did to Varric and Bianca is a fucking crime. Okay? And they can all get fucked for just that.
I'll admit I didn't play too much for the story. I played it for the game itself. But the story was amazing, and it was more in keeping with the medieval side of it. And again, there were many different races and creeds in that, and it was perfectly fine. There was a bit of sexuality and stuff in it, and you can have that in any game, but you don't make it the whole part of that person's identity. I mean, the whole doing the choices, and no matter what you chose, you would end up being pro-trans in that game. That to me, that is insidious. I think that is companies or activist writers pushing it on people, and it's obvious.
And it's lore breaking shit. So Isabella, she's on cunt. You know what I mean? She is. She's on swashbuckler. She's on fucking pirate. She's that bitch. She would never do or say the thing she said in her fucking scene, the clips I saw, right? That's not her. That's not her fucking character. At all. And
well, it's happening now with Black Flag, where all of the female characters are just uglier in the remake than they were in the original, or they've covered up their breasts, or and stuff like that, and it's like in Black Flag, they have got the perfect opportunity to push a trans character because there is a cross-dressing character in that, which is it's Jack, isn't it? And that is like you find out later in the game. I mean, pretty much very soon it's a girl, but you find out later in the game she does that because a woman on a ship is seen to be a bad luck, and she just get raped basically all the time and murdered. So she takes on the persona of a man. But that, Ubisoft had the perfect chance to probably change that into her whole storyline, and luckily they haven't.
But you can in games and movies and whatnot, you can do trans characters. Like One Piece. One Piece is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Fucking Kawabanga Island.
They didn't talk about him being trans.
And Ivankov and stuff. Like, yeah, so he runs like a whole, so his fruit power, right, is in One Piece is to change the hormones, right, of his body, like or anyone he stabs with his stuff. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he can actually change the genetic makeup of his own body to turn himself from male to female. But he is a male, and he's with the fucking lady boys on his island, and it's a lady boy island. And it's funny because Sanjay gets sent there, and Sanjay's like this fucking womanizer. So he thinks he's on an island full of women, and it's all fucking dudes.
Yeah. It's the Ace Ventura thing,
No, right, but it's the way they do. It's the way they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of one storyline, not their whole background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, I've got no issues with that. There are some characters in shows sometimes you don't even know they're trans. It's like it is like the Hill versus Baby Racing of the nice rack. Is like, I didn't know that person was trans, to be honest, until that all happened. I was like, oh, I didn't know they were trans. Because they just look, just like a normal everyday woman, really. Mm-hmm. But because they didn't make it a part of the story, the rest of the bloody show was terrible, but they didn't make it a part of the storyline, which I was actually quite surprised about. I don't think they mention it in the show.
Mm-mm. No, it was only when people found out they were talking about it, but no, they weren't like fully like it never mentioned it in the show.
Roland, your impeccable timing strikes again. We're talking about trans characters.
Oh, guess what film we're talking about?
Let's ask. No idea. And
what a way to come in.
Well, let's ask you the question that we've asked everyone: how much money now that the premieres happened and stuff like, how much now do you think the Odyssey's going to make? Do you think it's going to hit $1 billion?
No.
How much do you think it's going to hit? It is a hard one.
I think it maxes out somewhere between 7 and 750.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think the week 2 will be the determination, because it's going to lose a lot of steam after that. And I think a lot of people are forgetting. I believe this is actually rated R, right?
It's certainly being sold as a horror, but I don't know if has it been classified yet? I'm not sure.
Because if it's that, then it's even probably a little lower.
That will,
but
I didn't.
I think 750 probably the top. I think it's gonna. If this is the movie I think it is, then it's not gonna do very well. And as we discussed last time, this thing is broken containment. It's all over the place. Normies are aware of this, and they're being told, to beware. And if the normies are being told to beware, Jeremy brought up that there's a lot more Nolan bros than Snyder bros and Gunn bros, but there aren't enough to carry this movie.
No,
and
I don't think. Yeah.
I
said that I think 850 because it's Nolan, and that'll just be where it ends, because it'll be on a long run.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's going to get that, because if it's as bad as I think it is, then they're not they're not going to keep the PLFs. They'll give them all to Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's coming out.
And they've only got a 2 week. Yeah, they've only got a 2 week window. They've only got a 2 week window for Brand New Day. And if that second week craters, like even if it's in the like 60s, but God forbid it hits the 70s. And I'm hearing the opening is only going to be like, the opening worldwide is only going to be like 200 million anyway. That's about what that's the projections I've heard. That's not a great opening anyway.
Domestic,
yeah, that's not a great opening anyway. And I think even
not for Nolan, isn't.
And I think Europe is not going to love this at all. I think the European numbers could be trailing the domestic.
China. I think they're relying on China on this because it's myth and.
How are they relying on China?
Is it even going to go to China? That's the thing.
Because if they're dependent on China, they're screwed. Because Lupita Nyong'o is going to on her own is going to tank that.
Yeah, I didn't even think.
And unless they're going to do a Chinese cut. Where she's not in
I wouldn't be surprised because she's not as bored for a hell of a long time. So
and that's the other thing. Travis Scott, what are they going to do with him? Like I said,
I think if he's just talking, if he starts mumble rapping or anything like that, it's over. People are going to hate that.
Isn't he narrating?
I think I think if he's just narrating, it probably won't.
The first voice, it's confirmed. The first voice you hear is his. And I'll tell you right now, that is all I need to remove me from immersion from this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to give it a chance, but the signs aren't great. I'll give it that much. Is Spider-Man going to IMAX? It surely is.
Well, Spider-Man's probably going to hit a billion. And like I said,
no ifs and buts about it. Yeah.
If week 2 for the Odyssey is really bad, the theaters they're gonna yank them from the premium large formats. They're gonna yank it because they're gonna want Spider-Man in there because they're gonna want as many people watching that as humanly possible. And I've already seen the difference between the two movies. I had to buy my Spider-Man ticket before I had to buy my Odyssey ticket because the theater I wanted and the time I wanted was gone for Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's the biggest mark you can have, really.
I finally bought my Odyssey ticket like Friday night or something like that.
Mm. Just the sheer fact he was able to get some is not a good sign.
Jay and Bruce were looking for Spider-Man tickets and couldn't find any.
That's why I had to jump. I bought my Spider-Man tickets 2 weeks ago, and I had to. Because it was going out of the time I wanted in the theater I wanted. It was gone. At least all the good seats.
Yeah, I was going to say the difference. The difference is going to be for the Spider-Man tickets. You probably couldn't choose where you wanted to sit, or if you were lucky. With Odyssey, I bet you were able to choose where you wanted to sit, weren't you?
Barely, and it still wasn't. But it still wasn't optimal for me. But at least that's
a good sign
I
for
can
the
tolerate.
Odyssey, yeah.
Well, the Odyssey, I got my regular seat. It was still available on Friday. Because my theater will tell me, well, this is the seat you watch this movie in.
Yeah.
When I highlight it, and so it's spying on you even more. Now they know. Now they know what seat you want for it. Yeah, it's just insane. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
We can tell from your last tickets you like to sit in row 7F.
Exactly. It starts highlighting the theater and the seat. I'm just like, okay, whatever. There's nothing I can do about this. But
if there was a noticeable difference between your ability to buy tickets for Spider-Man and the ability to buy tickets for the Odyssey, which is coming out before Spider-Man, that's not a good sign. It's still okay. It will make money. But
I don't know even about that. I don't
I
know
think
about
it'll
that.
make fun.
250 million to produce. With them flying everyone around everywhere except Greece. Haha.
Yeah.
That's
So
got to
true.
be at least 150 into the marketing.
I think they've put
So
double that.
that's four. So that's four. So it needs 8 just to break even. And if my numbers are right, it falls
I
short.
think they put upwards to 300 into advertising because it's been advertised for a year, pretty much constant. Not so much trailers and adverts, but junkets and just like little bits and
it's
pieces
even
on
more.
TV. And
if it's more than 150, then we're talking something even worse here.
I think it's certainly more than that. Maybe 300 is a bit much, but certainly more than 150. And they'll plow a lot more into it now, seeing all of the problems that it's facing certainly online. Yes, there is this thing to be said. Well, the newbies, the noobs, and like the norms don't really have that sort of background to think that, but I think they do. I think, like you said, they do now. I think it has broke containment. It has. I think I saw a news report on it the other day on BBC. It was either BBC News or Sky News, and they were talking about it. And that's like, if it's starting to go onto the news and stuff, that's where the normies, resides. And it's of all the reviews it's had, it's been 90% great. And the typical shill reviews, but there have been a couple in there, and even the good reviews have been, it's a rip-roaring ride, bit clanky, but it's good at the end, and that's a bad sign as well, because that means it's boring until the end.
Well, sorry, there's a lot of, I've read some of those reviews, and there's a lot of boilerplate crap in it, and this is the stuff you say when you don't like a movie, but you want to keep your access, so you have to toe the line.
Yeah,
you have to toe the line, and that to me is just, that's a sign that no, this is not going to be a good movie. And
but
a
there's
lot of
plenty
people,
of bad movies that have made money. I think that's the only thing it's going for. We know it's probably going to be bad because of what we've seen of it. We haven't really had many plot leaks, funnily enough, which is quite surprising now that it's actually been shown to stream. Well,
I don't know what you leak on the Odyssey. I don't know what you would consider a plot leak. I mean, unless they've completely just destroyed it. I don't know what Emily Wilson's version.
I've not read it.
Outside of being, outside of emphasizing women because she's a nut job feminist. I don't know how much she actually changes the story.
Well, they're giving Penelope way more screen time by the looks
exactly,
of it. I mean,
and that's going to bother me.
We can only go on the trailers, but as I said before, in the books, she is a strong woman. She is teaching Telemachus to do better and be a strong warrior and stuff like that. But that's all she's really doing. She's not a strong woman as such. She's strong in her convictions, like she won't take a suitor because she believes he's coming back. But other than that, that's all that's really her storyline. She's basically the grieving widow, but not a widow, just refusing to believe it.
She's the faithful wife.
Yeah.
Andy is
the sirens are going to be plus size.
They're definitely going to have blue hair. Yeah,
they're going to be. They're actually going to be what mermaids were thought to be, manatees.
They're going to call people in by strumming on their little lyres. It's a strong, skinny latte for two. Come and get your order. Crash.
Well, even the I can't think of her name, but even the woman that plays Circe is supposed to be really an attractive woman. Sorry, I realize beauty can be
crazy.
Beauty can be objective, but no.
I think she can be made, like, obviously the red carpet thing, she came across as absolutely nuts, but she's attractive enough to put makeup on her, and she could easily be.
Maybe, I guess I have to wait to see her in a movie, but
we haven't seen any clips of her, really, have we? So that's
what I've seen of her, I would say no.
Well, again, a lot of the reviews are saying she's a masterclass, and she's amazing in it. And again, that's the taglines.
Oh, I see.
They're talking about her, but there's in the trailers, I think you hardly see her at all, from what I recall.
I don't
probably
think
seen more of Elliot
I've
Page
seen
than-
her. Yeah, well, in the last one anyway, and
or
they
if you do, I
screwed
didn't
that
notice
all
it.
up.
Yeah. But there's the John Bernthal picture again that's on the internet, and like you can just basically tell he's wearing a skull cap for one. I mean, that's one, but you could accept that maybe that's just a shot, and you won't notice it.
Well, and here you
But
go. Here
it's
you
the
go
armor.
with him having his catch line being in this. Talk about what the hell is his catch line? I can't remember, but talk about something that doesn't fit in the Odyssey. What is his? He's got this catch line that he says in everything.
Oh, come at me, bro. He's got that. He does have that actually. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
I know what you mean. It takes like the language is to completely take. A lot of people saying the daddy thing, you know, and all that.
That's another thing.
Yeah, I know. I can forgive that a little bit. You kind of do have to change the language a bit. I kind of get that, but again, if you're watching the show, if you're watching the film because it's the Odyssey and you know about the Odyssey, yeah, I mean that would take me out of it. That's for sure.
I think
I cringed at that.
Everything just kind of takes me out of it because it doesn't feel like a Greek mythology production. It feels like a very modern Hollywood film trying to pass.
Doesn't feel like an epic. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. It feels more like Rings of Power trying to be Lord of the Rings, and it's not.
That's a good analogy. Yeah.
I found it. It's let me tell you something.
Oh, let me tell you something.
Yeah, and talk about
if
something that is not going to be fitting the Odyssey at all, along with like Daddy and Dad, because what that is it's degradation.
Yeah, you can change the language to a point. You kind of have to.
But you degrade. You know what you don't see in the Bible? Our Daddy who art in heaven.
Yeah.
It's always Father.
Yes, it's always Father in the Bible, and it's done that way with purpose.
The Father,
and
the
what
Son,
is
and the Holy Spirit
in the original in the original versions of the Bible? What are they? They're Latin and Greek.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we already know that the Greeks used Father. They didn't use Dad. They didn't use Daddy. They didn't use some derivative or something like that. And this is all basically Nolan, when he gave his interview and tried to explain all this, he basically called us all a bunch of retards. He did it in a very subtle
Tom
way.
Holland I can forgive because he was just trying to explain his way of him doing it, but he was being directed to do that. But yeah, he did come across a bit of an arsehole in that.
Yeah, because
he literally said the modern audience, Roland.
Yeah, but he said you can't. What he basically said is, I have to dumb this down for you because you won't understand it.
Yeah.
And to that, I got to say, well, fuck you, because I can't understand it. I understand it quite well.
If you make movies with layman's terms, you're basically dumbing everything down and treating your audience like they're stupid, rather than giving them the chance to learn something. Because it's like with Lord of the Rings, how many people were so smart enough to figure out those books and those movies just from how many times they've watched it? That proves right there. People can handle smart stuff, intelligent writing. So if you have to dumb things down for people, you want them dumb.
I will fully admit that I watched Lord of the Rings before I read the books, and it was the films that made me go back, because I'd tried to read the books as a kid, and for me, when I was a kid, and I was again an addict and stuff like that, it was just too much for me. It was too much sensory overload. But from the films, I was like, okay, now I want to read the books because I want to see what they missed and how it really, So yeah, I fully get that side of it. Is that you can completely take someone out or throw someone in, and this isn't make me want to go pick up the Odyssey. I'm picking up and reading it because it's being talked about. I'm like, you know what? I need to read that again, because it's like the Project Hail Mary thing. I just watched that today for the first time because I put it off so many times. And for me, the book's way better, but the film is still good. You know, it's not great, but it's good. It's certainly watchable. But the only reason I find that difference is because I read the book first, and I kind of wish I'd watched the film first and then read the book, because I would have probably enjoyed the film a bit more. But so yeah, I completely get you at that.
People were saying too about the father thing. It's like you couldn't make a compromise and say, I forget who said it. They say Papa, because that's
Papa,
still
Dad,
Greek.
Father.
Mhm.
Poppy something.
Yeah,
I
something
get
to
it.
it. I mean, that's
that would have been a
compromisable.
little. That would have been a little bit more palatable.
Well, yeah, whatever
because
the
that
Greek
is
version
something
of
that
it
is in the Greek. That is something that translates from the Greek. They
Right.
did use that word. They did use
Yeah.
that word.
Mhm.
But it's
yeah,
like Spanish calling like their grandmother Appy and stuff like that. People know what it means, so you can use it. It's in the zeitgeist. People generally know what it means. So yeah, you can. There's a compromise, and I think he just went too far. And I'm not going to say that was the part of his Oscar bait, because that's not really going to affect whether he gets an Oscar or gets nominated or not. Like the language of it, that's a personal choice that he's chosen to do that. So yeah, that does annoy me a bit. Not enough to be like, I never want to watch this film now, but I can see why other people are quite against that. It did make me go, ooh, that's a bit, you know.
It's not just like the dialogue and everything too. Like the costuming, it doesn't scream like Greek mythology either.
No.
So you have
Batman.
there. I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about how like silver and bronze, like that's more of like the Bronze Age of that era.
Metatron. Yeah,
it's
Metatron.
Bronze Age, and the black armor you can sort of explain away because
Yeah.
you can mix certain things that are available. However, the giants and full plate mail, there's no
steel
explaining
plate
that
mail
away.
as well.
Yeah,
Well,
there's no explaining that one away.
well, to me, it just feels like another film. It doesn't give me Greek mythology at all.
You could say that about Troy, that they weren't really anything like the Greek costumes, but at least they tried to make them look like an epic universe.
It worked for Troy.
They basically cut down the middle and said, right, we can't have it like this.
Well, even like Clash and Wrath of the Titans to me felt very Greek almost.
Yeah, amazing outfits.
To the point where I was immersed in it.
Yeah.
And it felt like a Greek production, even though some of the actors probably weren't. I didn't know how many were Greek or anything, or how, because there's a few.
Yeah, there probably weren't many, but the backing actors were, yeah. But yeah, you like that John Bernthal. Sorry, carry on, Ron.
Greek adjacent, but here's the whole thing: is you're not going to feel. I don't know on any level if you're going to feel immersed in this. They didn't shoot it in Greece. They didn't shoot it anywhere that is going to be recognizable. Like I said, the dialogue is just going to be, for anyone aware, the dialogue is going to be a huge problem. You've got this DEI casting garbage that, I'm going to have fun with that in my review. I already know what I'm saying on that one. It's going to be offensive. It's going to be offensive. So y'all, if you're going to watch my review, just stand by, because I'm going Ryan Kennel. I'm going Ryan Kennel on this one.
Yeah, the face that launched 1,000 riders.
Among other things. But yeah, I'm even going to steal an old John Campea quote. I've already got it locked up.
The face that launched 1,000 Snap vouchers.
Jeez. But there's just going to be, and I'll be disappointed if it makes it to $1 billion, because this is just going to give them the cart. This is just going to be saying that what they're going to hear is, oh yes, everybody's still down for all this. So
I don't think it hit 750. I know you weren't here when I said it, but I said I don't think it hit 750. I think 750 is the cap. That's where
I said somewhere between 750. Like I said, I think the second weekend, as usual, will be the huge determiner. If it really slides the second week, then it could be 600, because after that it's got to face off against Spider-Man, and it doesn't stand a chance against.
It's not
I
a no
was
chance
saying
to
earlier
against
before you
that.
came in, it relies on IMAX really on the second week to like the morning because that's where
Yep.
it's selling out. So if Spider-Man's then coming in behind on the back of it, and that's going to be an IMAX as well, then that is going to cause issues. There's no, I can't think anyone can deny that,
I just
and it's
find it
certainly
weird
going to
from
break
a,
the internet when it comes out.
I find it weird from a production standpoint because Christopher Nolan is a purist when it comes to filming.
Mm,
Is that Dunkirk? He filmed it in Dunkirk.
yeah.
Oppenheimer, he went in all the necessary locations where that all took place to film that. Even Tenet, where they were in certain places, they were on location doing those places that they said they were going to.
Yeah, film Batman in Gotham. I mean, he did it all.
Yeah. But if he said Gotham is going to be Chicago, he was going to.
He did it in Chicago, New
He
York.
went to Chicago, and then the third one, it was all New York based. We're going to New
Yeah.
York. That's what they did. And what happened here? Like what happened with Greece? Greece, Turkey,
I don't know.
all those.
This
places.
is Hollywood. This is him being. Everybody, I guarantee you, people went to him and said, "You have to do it this way. You have to save us,
otherwise we're going to go broke."
Yeah, because we need our message, and for some reason, he didn't tell them all to fuck off because that's what he should have done. Because he doesn't need the accolades, he doesn't need the money, he doesn't need anything from Hollywood.
No, he doesn't need Oscars anymore.
So. I don't know. I don't understand why he would do something like this unless it's a combination of arrogance and that for some reason he feels he owes the people in Hollywood something.
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. If it's predominantly shot in America, that'll be the reason why. Shoot it here, please, because everybody's leaving. Everybody's filming in Britain.
Lifeline for what do you call it?
Is that an eclair you're eating?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Didn't think Americans ate eclairs.
I didn't get to eat anything today. Oh yeah.
No, I haven't eaten anything.
This is actually a Croatian bakery.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So for anybody who thinks I'm anti-immigrant, well, nope. I support my legal immigrant businesses and so forth.
I was having a massive argument with someone on Twitter about that today.
So speaking of our international peoples, gotta put this down here. We got an update on Mr. Reach and his mission. Right? So just got this in. This is live, folks. And he has made it to the Amazon. He's showing up. There he is. Look at this man spreading his love all over the world.
Those kids are
This is a diplomatic mission.
Look, this is his private stash. I want to mention this, by the way. Right? He's such an angel that he's gone into his own private stash of A1 sauce. And he's sharing it with the world. Look how happy these children, these poor little natives are. Look at that.
I don't know why anyone would own that many boxes of A1.
Let alone one bottle.
Look, he drinks it. He drinks it in the sun, which is why he's so cranky all the time. His A1 hangovers, brutal.
Someone needs to send me to some A1 because I've got no idea what it even is. It's like a barbecue sauce, isn't it, or something?
No, it's not. It's not barbecue sauce.
Here's what you do, bro. You get some store-bought, off-the-shelf barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Pour out half, piss in the bottle, shake it up, and that's probably what A1. That's probably close to A1 sauce you're gonna get. Yeah.
There's just
you ask for that if you want to insult a fancy steakhouse.
Oh, dude. Yeah, they look at you. They look at you funny if you ask for A1 sauce at a good fucking steakhouse.
It's like I'm asking for Heinz tomato sauce in a French restaurant.
Actually, they do have A1 sampler packs where they've got like spicy A1 and jalapeno A1 and all this. So we probably just need to send Pigeon a little sampler pack.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't want to ruin
Okay.
his life.
I didn't realize you hated him that much, Donna.
Well, have you not met me? I mean,
I'll be
I really
eating it
have
on
no
British
friends.
food, so it won't really matter.
No, yeah. Hey, listen, we gotta send a whole care package over to y'all. We gotta do it one time because I heard the fucking shipping is insane. Gary talked about sending shit to fucking ads. It's insane.
Like Disparu says, they don't use spices and stuff in their food. When I had my first fish and chips, I was all excited about it, and I'm like, yeah, that's just plain fucking batter. What the hell?
Yeah, we do. It's just that they're like the cheap, like go takeout shops and stuff, like a fish and chip shop and stuff. It's just basically chips fried in oil and fish fried in oil and stuff like that. We don't add cayenne pepper and stuff like that. But at home, like people have changed. It's not all bland anymore. Like most of the best restaurants are in Britain. People forget that. Most of the best chefs are British.
All right,
Now
I'm going to
you're just
answer
getting arrogant.
the chat. I'm going to answer the chat question real fast. Yes, pineapple on pizza. Don't listen to Beast Man.
Oh, here we go.
British food is not trash.
Don't listen,
Freddie.
Don't listen to him.
Some of it is.
It's of course a yes.
Fuck out of my chat with this, Freddie.
Yes, but I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it, but if someone put one in front of me, yeah, fine.
I don't know. I was fucking who was Donna? I think I was talking to Donna, and I told her like I cannot do it. Like I get physically ill if there's pineapple on the pizza.
Good Lord, you're not Odin, are you?
No, bro, I'm telling you, brother.
So you're not allergic to it. It's just you don't like it on pizza.
I don't like it on a pizza. No, I'm from fucking Hawaii. I love pineapple. I like pineapple. I don't like it on pizza. It just no, can't do it.
You are Odin. You are Odin. Yeah, you don't know when he lost that bet to Jeremy and he was supposed to eat half a pizza and he barely could eat one slice and he was yakking the whole time. Did he actually
do it?
He ate one slice.
He had to do it on stream.
It was so it was a decent slice, but yes, it was one slice. He ate one slice.
At least he did eat one slice.
It was supposed to be half a pizza.
Yeah, they tried to get him to eat another bit and he just couldn't do it. But that would be the same.
That was the bet. That was the bet in the chat. The chat
said it was. Thank you, Mego. That's why you're my best boyfriend.
You know what, Mego? All that stuff I said about you, nice about Mel Brooks, you can forget.
We were wrong,
it.
man.
Don't ever come back on again.
You think you know someone?
Oh, listen. Rohlin,
you know someone.
My sister loves y'all, bro. My sister had a blast with you and Pigeon. And she loved pineapple pizza. When she found out that y'all like pineapple pizza, she was like, "Oh man!"
So you can't blame it on genetics.
See, my
kids, my sister, them and stuff, and they fucking love pineapple pizza. My mama, all of them, they're fucking weirdos. Ugh.
Would you try? Right, there's a Swedish version of the pizza, pineapple pizza, but it's a pizza with banana on it. Would you try that?
Oh, fuck that. Nah, get the fuck out.
I would try it because it's meant to be it's like a Swedish, it's like fried Mars bar in Britain. It's like a...
Okay, wait. So like green banana?
Like Third World War.
No, not plantain, banana.
No,
so normal everyday banana on a I don't know what type of pizza, to be fair, but because I used to be on Legal Vice's channel and so all the lawyers and stuff, and they would talk about it as it's called
I'd rather have pineapple.
Baker, and he was talking about it that the it's either the Swedish or Norwegians, they have there's a thing where their pizza, there is a certain type of pizza that is a banana pizza, and I'm like. And it did exactly the same as it's doing here. There's a half and half thing. I'll give it a go, and the other are like, bleh. So it's down to taste. It's like I love tuna and anchovy pizzas, but people are like, look at that. So that's the good thing about a pizza is you can put anything on it. Has anyone had a chocolate pizza?
I've had dessert pizzas before. Yeah, I've had dessert pizza.
I always like
and I've also had peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly. We have it all the time. That's a big thing in America anyway, isn't it? Peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and Marmite.
Pizza.
Peanut butter pizza. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'd give it a go. It's like
Yeah,
over
peanut
here,
butter
we've got a
jelly.
thing called Yorkshire pudding, which is basically batter. It's the batter that you'd get to do fish and stuff like that. But it turns into a little pie basically, and you have it with gravy in your Sunday dinner. But you can also have it as a sweet. And people that are used to having it as their dinner look at someone having it like that, and they're like, ugh.
Yeah, I know. And yes, Mago, I was nice to you. I didn't criticize virtually anything you said regarding Mel Brooks. So yes, that was me being nice.
It's not what you said.
You have
it's
to
what
learn.
You do.
It's what I didn't say. I didn't once say kick you from the stream.
Oh, dude.
Freddie's saying, okay, I know my taste for pineapple on pizza is on another level, but banana on pizza, absolutely not.
I'm trying to think, like, if you did an Elvis pizza.
What is that?
That wouldn't be bad.
That would be
bananas and bacon.
Yep, peanut butter, bananas, and bacon.
Yeah.
Now that I would actually try.
Peanut butter and bacon does work. I've had that. I've tried that. It is nice.
Yeah, that was
really
Elvis Presley's favorite sandwich.
Well, that'd be why he died where he did.
Yeah, he used to make it as a grilled cheese type sandwich.
God.
He would grill it.
Yeah, he'd grill it. So yeah, peanut butter, bananas, and bacon grilled.
Yeah,
yep.
I had to stop eating.
I've had a bacon royal sundae, which had like the chocolate and peanut butter syrup with bacon bits on it.
Yeah, it does work. It's weird.
That was actually pretty good.
Well, we've got a guy over here called Heston Blumenthal. He's quite a well-known chef, like for doing stuff like that, and he does like weird ice creams and stuff at a really expensive restaurant. And he's famous for doing a bacon ice cream and weird things like that. He does weird combinations, and some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. But at least he's willing to try new things. I'll give it. It's like the banana pizza thing. I'm willing to try it at least. It might sound terrible.
Okay, I got one that is pretty gross that I love. Okay, listen, wait for it. You guys ready? Mayonnaise and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, I've had that before.
That is fucking.
I've had mayonnaise and Marmite. That's all right, and that's gonna split a lot of people in the room because of it being Marmite. But
mayonnaise and jelly, and that was born, bro. For us, that was born out of street poverty.
Yeah,
okay? Jelly, no peanut butter. We had mayo and no cold cuts. Yeah. We had bread to make sandwiches. Boom, the mayo jelly sandwich was born.
As a British, which is Liv's favorite pizza, chicken barbecue.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to rationalize this now.
Green pepper, chicken.
He doesn't like pineapple on pizza, yet somehow mayonnaise and jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet and sour. And he doesn't like.
Listen,
maybe that's why
maybe
that's why you don't like it, because it brings back memory of having to eat shit. Like
that's just like my mother when she was a kid and they were poor. She ate that sandwich spread that's almost like the mac sauce.
Yeah, I do know. Yeah,
Velveeta.
It's got capers and all sorts of little.
It's a well, she would do it with mayonnaise too, but either the mayonnaise or the sandwich spread and sliced tomatoes sandwich, because they didn't have any lunch meat or anything.
Oh, what is it? What is that?
James Madison's wife Dolly was famous for her ice cream, and her favorite flavor was oyster.
What?
No, couldn't do it.
Again, if enough people said it's nice,
cream cheese and jelly, that people have heard.
Mago,
cream cheese and peanut butter is amazing, but it's really fattening.
Just try it, Mago. I'm telling you, darling. Trust me, I'm fat. Okay, and it's for a reason.
Yeah, that's the reason I got peanut butter and cheese, cream cheese.
No, wait a minute. Just because you're fat doesn't mean you have good taste. That just means you eat whatever falls.
You eat a lot of unhealthy food.
I'm talking like real mayonnaise, not the bullshit your white people eat.
Whip.
I'm talking about
real fucking mayonnaise.
What's real
mayonnaise on? Did it have Heinz on the jar?
Back to Andy's point, though.
what?
Back to Andy's point, though, they didn't
Egg,
have
olive oil,
a lot of things for flavoring. Oysters was used in a lot of stuff back
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
in that time. So oyster ice cream probably didn't sound weird at that
Yeah.
time.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
if you put a little tiny
Now
bit of
it-
salt in ice cream, it's nice. But people look at that weird. It's like,
What's the
salt in ice cream?
fucking point of that, Freddie?
For
Delactose
people that are
milk.
lactose intolerant,
That's
Like
just soy
myself.
milk, surely.
almond
Without
milk.
soy. Over here, that's
You break
just
my heart,
not
Nego.
trying.
You break my heart.
What about what's that? What's that other milk? Condensed milk.
I mean,
you
lactose-free
get that?
milk just tastes like milk.
Condensed milk is basically milk that's been boiled down. The point is like sticky, gooey.
I don't know about all that.
You put it in cheesecake.
Like even skim milk doesn't really taste as good as like whole
Skim
fat
milk
milk.
is just flavored. It's just colored water.
Yeah,
Just like
skim
colored
milk
water.
is just water.
Yeah.
Beast, I have
I've
to drink
tried it, but I can't.
lactose-free milk, and it does taste just like milk.
Yeah, there are some that work. There are some.
Well, listen, Don, I'm not. I'm not
that's
throwing
cute,
shade
Donnie.
on you,
You've
darling. Like
forgotten
God bless you for it, having to drink that stuff. But I respectfully
It
disagree.
depends. It's like everything. It depends on the brand.
That is, you know what? I'll give you that. That is fair.
She's just
Mac-
forgotten what milk
Mac
tastes
here
like.
saying rice, melted butter, and ketchup was my meal. My mum fed us when we were poor.
I did not bring that up. Nego, I did not bring that up.
Milk because it tastes sweet.
I've had that. I used to eat that when I was poor. Rice with melted butter in it and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You eat what's in your cupboard basically, and that's what you've
Right.
got left.
So,
at the end of the
so
week,
listen, I found out this was struggle food all over the road. Butter and rice. I grew up on that shit. Yeah. Butter and rice
And
is
then when
fucking awesome.
when it was breakfast, if it was breakfast, you'd sprinkle a little bit of sugar in it with the milk and the butter, and that was your breakfast.
Yeah. We used to have what was called hash, which was corned beef and mashed potato, just mixed up together and put in the oven and then it crisped up. That was it, because it was just cheap and cheerful and easy to do. Because corned beef back then was quite cheap.
The fucking the Soles make cocoa rice, which is fucking amazing. I love that shit. Yeah, cocoa grows fucking wild over there in Samoa apparently. So they made cocoa rice, and it's great. Get some good cup of cocoa rice and a slice of sweet bread with butter on it. Fucking mint, brothers.
Nice flat mayo.
What? No, butter on. What are you? You don't put mayo on fucking homemade sweet bread. What the fuck is wrong with you, Sam? What is wrong with you?
Because mayo and jelly is normal.
You went down the
On
mayo
regular-
road there, East.
On regular bread, not on homemade, fresh out the oven sweet bread. You don't. What are you thinking, brother? No, there's levels to this shit, bro. There's levels to this, my man. Come on.
There's levels that. By the way, you never answered me. What is real mayo?
Real mayonnaise, real homemade mayonnaise. Yes.
Like Hellman's.
Well, it says real mayonnaise on
Hellman's
Hellman's.
is real man. Yeah, it's how.
Yeah,
Hellman's.
it's the closest thing. Yeah.
Miracle Whip is.
You
not
realize
real
that
mayonnaise.
coming up in the rough, like it was easier to buy the ingredients to make the shit than it was to buy the pre-made shit. So like you would be like buying cream and the little flavorings and whatever to make your own ice cream and shit like that was cheaper than buying a tub of ice cream. So we would make a lot of.
With the different ingredients, you could use them to make different things, not just one thing.
Exactly. So coming up in the rough, you'd have to do shit like that.
Well, that was my question about the mayo. Is like when you said real, it's like actual homemade or like store bought, where it's like.
No, yeah, like whipped up fucking mayo. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, because I just went and got it. What British people used to eat a lot, it was a student food that people ate. Your version of it would be ramen.
Fair enough.
What's that? Make it large.
Pot noodle.
How do you make it big?
Okay.
Pot noodle. And they're the student food in Britain. I'll open it up for you.
Also, like ramen.
It's basically that's what it is. It's ramen.
Like cup noodles, right?
A little
like
soy
a cup
sauce
of noodles.
sachet. Little soy sauce
Nice.
sachet. And then you just get the powdered stuff in the top of it. And then underneath that is the ramen. Can't see it, but it's just basically cold. It's just dry noodles. But like as a student food and stuff like that, that is like the be all and end all of student poor man's food, because they were like you'd probably 50 cents or something like that for years. I mean, they're £1 each now, which is what $1.50 or something like that. But then the other thing I got today, because I just couldn't help myself, because we were talking about them the other day, what we would call a custard tart, it's a nugget.
Nice.
Yep.
Is that we call them that? Egg custards, saved with. But yeah, that's what you got as a kid. You'd have something like that, the pot noodle, because it was the cheap and cheerful, and then you would get like that as your dessert or something from your mum, because that's all you could afford. When you grow up poor, you learn to appreciate the smaller things in life, and some of those smaller things are just some things that taste nice, even when they're really bad for you.
Y'all remember fucking government cheese? I know Donna hates it. She said she hates it.
We never had
Donna's never had government cheese.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what government cheese is.
No, but you know what it is, Donna, is what I'm saying, right? You know what government cheese is.
Processed cheese. It's like cheap Velveeta.
Right, yeah.
So it's just a block of basic cheese. Or is it slices?
That's all it is.
Yeah. Making grilled cheese with that government cheese was the shit, bro.
We didn't have government cheese. We just had government don't give you anything here like that.
I couldn't do the powdered milk though. I still to say I cannot do powdered milk.
Nah, Pigeon, they would just give you food and then tax you on it.
Yeah.
Our school dinners were bad. I remember that. You basically got a choice of French fries or pizza with beans.
Pretty much, yeah.
Baked beans in Britain's obviously a big thing, but.
And even the pizza and stuff here was like the bargain basement, dollar store, cheapest they could get.
Don't knock the cheap, like really, $1 pizza that's just a little tiny bit of cheese and a bit of tomato sauce. They're really nice. Fold them over, stick your own stuff in, and make a calzone.
So I remember in high school, I used to get pissed off because they rolled out this new fucking healthier food program or whatever the fuck nationwide.
Yeah, we had
that. To the fucking DOE and shit. So our fucking cafeteria used to make like Outlaws, used to make a little pig, used to make fucking beef stew. You know what I mean? Like all kinds of fucking fun stuff. Then they started rolling out this healthy food shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
We had a thing. Did you ever have a thing called turkey Twizzlers? Which is basically a chicken nugget but turkey. And lots of British mums would feed their kids them because they were cheap and cheerful. You could get 30 of them for like $3 or something like that. And then Jamie Oliver, another famous British chef, started the same sort of thing, that campaign to have cheaper food and stuff. And there were pictures in the papers of mums handing their kids burgers and turkey Twizzlers through the gates, like through the railings, to feed them because they didn't want the food that the school was giving them. But the food the school was giving them was good food. It was better for them. It's just they're so used to growing up with poor food. Yeah. We did it. We used to have cheap peanut butter. When it comes to peanut butter, there is only one, and I think for you it's Skippy. For us, it's Sunpet.
I like the Goobers peanut butter, the mixed one with the peanut butter and jelly.
I've had Goobers before. Yeah, that's the mixed one, isn't it? But yeah, like over here, peanut butter. Like there's only a couple of brands really. And KP, which is the Sunpat, and then Skippy, and then you just get all the generic brands. And they're all made. The trouble is now they're all made with palm oil. Most of the peanut butters, they're all cheaply made, and that stuff is really bad for you. Binds your stomach up and all sorts of things. So if you're gonna if I do eat it now, I buy like the no palm oil one, but you have to pay stupid money for it. It's like anything that's good for you costs money, which is stupid.
Mego's wrong. Everyone's favorite school lunch was pineapple pizza.
Roland, let it go, brother. Just fucking let it go, man.
Put up Freddie's last one to me.
Dude.
Ban him right fucking now. Yeah, we do it. It's a running joke, but we do it to reheat it. We make it with kettles. We've got these things called kettles and AC power in 110, so we don't fry ourselves, and we know how to boil water without using an oven.
Right.
Boy, do I know how to push the buttons on that one. Just ask Gaz.
Yeah, so I'll hop on that train to fuck with the British people, but being from Hawaii with heavy Asian influence, yeah, we ain't fucking around with no microwave tea, bro. Like them Asian cats is serious about how they make their fucking tea, bro.
I've done it. Don't get me wrong, because like if you're in a hotel or something and you don't want to use the kettle because you've heard the stories, but there's a microwave in there, you use the microwave because all it is just heating the water up. But it doesn't get as hot. That's all it is. Or it doesn't seem to. It just tastes a little bit different, but it's not really. You can do it.
Bye, Andy.
Peace out, Andy.
Bye, Andy.
But yeah, that's one. Some people will actually get annoyed about that. Like, how dare you spoil such a beautiful thing?
What are you trying to say, Meg?
He's not British.
What are you trying to say, Mego? What are you trying to say? Go ahead.
Back in the early 2000s BC.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's throw my age around.
I'm sure she's saying that you were in high school in the 90s and not in the early 2000s. That's all she's saying.
Mego, I was in junior school in the 70s, so I'm not far behind him.
Oh.
In junior school, like I was in high school in the 80s. I left in 87, so that'll give you a clue as to my age.
I'm older than you.
I was born in 87.
Unless you were held back for a number of years, I'm older than you.
No, I wasn't held back. I was a bit of a swatty brat in school, to be honest. I didn't start my journey until I got expelled from a very prestigious school. Let's just say it that way. And it wasn't Oxford.
So what is the weirdest poor food you've eaten, Sal? I see you over there in the corner making faces at all of our stories. So share your story.
It's got to be something you've been like, oh God, that sounds terrible. You've tried it and it's been nice. Or the other way around. You thought it'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, like poor food. Like, your cream cheese and jellies, stuff like that. Or
that's not poor. That's just a bagel standard.
When you grew up, was there food that your mum or your family or whatever you had to eat that you really didn't like, but you had to eat because it was all there was? Was there any sort of thing like that?
No, I mean, we ate kind of everything. Regardless, I mean, yeah, my parents, whatever they made, we had to eat it, but there was never anything bad necessarily.
So what you're saying is you're rich.
Right, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you grew up high on the fucking hog, bro.
Yeah. You went to Harvard, did you?
Hey, listen. They bought the cheap tomatoes and everything and squeezed it.
Oh my God!
Or the shop version.
Oh, the horror.
Here's tomatoes, Spider. You had tomatoes.
Before organic was a thing.
Oh no, we didn't have Cocoa Pops. We had Cocoa Puffs.
Cheap tomatoes, not out of a can, Spider.
Yeah, here it comes. You had real tomatoes.
They had a dent in them, and they were sold cheap because they had the dent in them at the end of the week. You never had to go to the aisle of a supermarket just 10 minutes before it closed, so you get the stuff that's reduced. I still do that now.
No, I didn't. I wasn't rich, but I wasn't poor either.
No, my family weren't until my dad left. Long story short, but he left when I was like 13 and left my mum in all sorts of shit. And I do remember periods of time where we were cooking toast against the fire grate, because that's all we had. Wow. So toast and butter and stuff like that. It was only for a couple of years, but I remember that. Yeah, you ate what you could, not what you wanted. It was a treat to have. Like every other Friday, you'd have like a takeout or something. There'd be like the cheap summer fried chicken.
Yeah, and that's like the butter rice and like even tea and rice. Like that was a treat. So I thought that was a treat when we got to eat that. I didn't know at the time we were poor and that's all we fucking had.
Yeah, you were probably taught by your mum or your dad that they probably said to you and you just don't remember, like, oh, this is your treat for today and stuff. So it's put into your head that it's a treat. So you end up thinking it's a treat. Yeah. That was their way of keeping you from that fact, It's a really nice
we
thing.
had
Yeah,
butter
there
and
is a
rice and
family.
butter and noodles too. I mean,
Oh,
it
butter,
just
you butter, like the pot noodle thing. I have that with butter. I stick a slab of butter in that all the time. Does make it butter makes everything better, especially if you've seen Last Tango in Paris.
Well, you could do like butter and noodles, and then you can do some like shredded cheese and just kind of make easy mac and cheese that way.
I say if you have got a low
That sounds
budget,
fucking delicious.
if
Actually,
you've got a low budget, always make sure you've got a full spice rack. I'll say that much because you can make anything better with a bit of cayenne pepper or whatever, garlic.
Mhm.
I went
can
through a
even-
period of putting garlic
my
on everything
family-
for like a year when I first discovered it.
my family would hunt. So like my grandpa and my uncle them would always hunt. So we always had some kind of meat. Usually, it's
Roadkill.
just like yeah. Well, like
I've
they actually
had
hunted
roadkill.
animals. But yeah,
I've
If
tried
you
it.
it's a
have,
funny story about that though. They did go on a hunt and nobody. It was fucking dry. Like they didn't catch nothing, and they were headed back to the house from the hunting grounds, and they hit a deer with the truck, and that's what they brought home. So
Free food,
technically, yes, I've had roadkill.
killed the truck,
Yeah,
but we got
my- my,
the deer out of it.
My uncle in Texas, he nailed a deer with his truck, threw it in there, and skinned it in the bathtub. So yeah,
Yeah.
Waste not, want not.
My old
And
man
then,
was
and then you know what? You turn it everything into like a learning lesson. So like they brought the deer home, right? And then we had to skin it and clean it. And then you learn about the bruising of the meat and why you don't, eat that part and cutting it out and how to properly dress the deer, right? When it's bruised like that. Yeah, and it's like
everyone
good
should
stuff,
learn how to skin a rabbit.
Hell
I
yeah.
just had a picture. It was like how to properly dress a deer, and then you're just putting them in a dress with like a tutu.
Tuxedo. Top
Or
hat.
how to
That's how you
properly
properly
address
dress
a deer. Hello, sir.
you're gonna be properly dressed food.
Well, growing up, I used to eat Alaskan king crab once a week. So
If you have,
Whoa.
if you have
Was that
like
more
simple,
because of
and-
where you live, though?
if you have like
yeah, pigeon
cream
caught it.
cheese,
I lived in Alaska on an island.
Oh, well,
and I
that-
could
yeah,
walk
there you
down.
go.
I could walk down to the beach every morning and grab an Alaskan king crab right off the beach.
Sorry, Macarah.
yeah.
what were you
Like when we
saying there?
were in where we
Usually
were in Delaware, we had crab legs in the evenings for snacks and stuff. Just like people ate popcorn, we would have a big old thing of steamed crab legs.
ooh, it sounds good.
That's delicious.
It was really good.
What was you saying about cheese, Macarah?
I was gonna say if you have like cream and a little bit of milk with pepper and some sliced cheese, shredded cheese, and maybe some garlic powder, you can make your own Alfredo sauce.
Yeah,
So, like-
it's called bechamel as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the basis of a lot of sauces. It's like learning to make
Well,
your own roux, which is gravy, basically. It's like some people don't know how to make that. It's just flour and
Yeah.
an oxo cube or a beef
And then-
stock cube, stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, my dad taught me how to make roux for like when he does like his bechamel or his it's pretty or his bisque. He makes a lot of bisque and bechamel, so he
Yeah,
taught me how to do the roux.
I've made bisque a few times. That's all about skimming the top all the time to get it clear. That's how to do bisque.
You're close, Freddie. It was halibut.
I love halibut.
I have to. I love salmon. Gravlax salmon. Oh, so good. Very expensive over here, though.
Yeah, you just had to be careful when you were smoking it. You didn't attract a certain type of attention.
Yeah.
We had grizzly bears, and if the wind blew in the wrong direction,
They'd bring 'em in.
they'd come to the smoker and help themselves.
Because when you said smoke a salmon, I thought you meant smoking a cigarette. Because in Britain, the Cockney slang for cigarette is salmon and trout, snout. Because a snout.
No, you could smoke it for like 12 hours, and then one halibut would probably feed you for almost a week. 60.
Oh yeah,
80
we
pounds.
Britain's pretty big for smoked kippers and halibut. They're quite big
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, they can.
I used to love stuff like rolled herring, which is basically just herring put into vinegar and just left to cure. Lovely.
We used to make smoked marlin, and ahi tuna.
I'd like to
It's
try
actually really
it.
good. Yeah. And for the vinegar one, like you were saying, we used to make vinegar dos. It's I think it's Portuguese, and it's either eel or fish cured in vinegar and spices.
Yeah,
and
I mean, eel
a quick
over here is
sear. But it actually the vinegar and the spices actually cook, quote unquote, cook the eel or the fish, and then the sear you put on it when you take it out is just like real quick.
Did you know? Did you know if you put vinegar on a hot food like a curry or a Tabasco sauce, it will make it like 3 times hotter because it reacts with the chemicals. Like for some reason, vinegar will make a hot item hotter.
Mm-hmm.
Like the capsaicin or whatever it's called.
Malt vinegar, basically, what we have.
Yeah.
You put it in your fish and chips. But you could use any sort of vinegar, really, I suppose, any sort of cider vinegar or stuff like that. If you had a chili sauce, put a bit of vinegar in it, it will make the chili sauce hotter.
Oh, so you're saying that, okay, you already have the sauce and you put the
Yeah. You can just add more vinegar to the chili sauce.
It amplifies the heat.
Yeah.
It amplifies the heat.
Yeah, it's a chemical reaction, basically.
Yeah. Which is really dangerous when you start getting into like the silly people who make these ghost pepper sauces and shit like that.
I've never gone higher than a
nostril hairs out. I like, as used to be my favorite food challenges to watch, freaking when they did Man versus Food. Is he'd go to these places where this one was called the 6-Wing Suicide Challenge. Like I forget like what sauce it was, but it was just insane. They put all these different freaking monsters. I mean, Carolina Reaper peppers, ghost peppers, all this shit. I'm sorry?
You ruin it. You ruin the taste.
Oh well, yeah, and yeah.
Some people do it for the sheer fact of how
like
hot
eating fire, basically. Yeah. But that's the challenge. Is you have to eat like 6 wings and like I don't know what the time limit was, but you have to eat like 6 wings with no water, no nothing, and then you have to sit there for 5 minutes after and endure the pain. And literally, like
also
you could literally see Adam Richmond crying because he was in so much pain sitting there after he finished it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and they make you sign a waiver on top of it.
Yeah,
basically saying if something you bad happens to you,
that's like that heart attack restaurant in New York City that you'd get served by nurses, and if you had
the heart attack grill,
get the meal free, stuff like that. But it's like with the chilies, like if you like there's the Scoville levels, and like a jalapeno is about 5,000 Scoville. Everyone knows the heat of jalapeno is what you get on your pizzas. A Scotch bonnet is like 20,000 Scoville. A ghost pepper is about 700,000. I mean, that's the difference. And then they're breeding different ones more stronger and stronger and stronger now, just for the sheer fact of doing it for the heat of it. And there are people who are doing the Dorito, well, not Doritos. There are others available, but the dip challenge, like it's just one chip and it's covered basically in that sort of thing, and it's killed people.
It's a hybrid where it's become unnatural.
Yeah. Didn't Beardo and Jed do the 1 chip challenge?
Yeah, they did.
Dude.
But that sounds like something Beardo would do.
Yeah, Jed needed the ice cream. Beardo made it through the challenge, and he only ate the ice cream after he did the challenge.
Yeah, Beardo doesn't get bothered by hot sauce and stuff like that.
Yeah, some people don't. I had a friend who went out with she was half Indian, so she grew up with like really hot foods, and she'd sit there eating jalapenos like they were nothing, and that, like to me back then they were really hot. But then she'd eat other stuff, we would try it, but all that's hot, and then she'd say, "Try this one," and it would be like a Scotch bonnet or something that was even hotter, and she'd just be sitting there just chewing on them like they were sweets because she's just used to it.
Yeah, that's the way my father was.
The more you eat.
We're from Texas and we grew our own peppers and everything.
Yeah.
And he even used the vinegar in the pepper bottles as his salad dressing. He would like shake it on his salad and stuff.
Yeah.
He ate peppers literally with everything.
Oof.
Yeah, I had a period where I did it for a while because you do get used to it. Like I was having like Tabasco. Like I said, I never really went stronger than a Scottish bonnet or anything, but I would use Tabasco and then put vinegar on it. It's like because you'd learn about that, and then it would just get hot, and then it got to a point like you were saying, Spider, that you couldn't taste it anymore. You were just doing it for the sheer fact of how hot can I get this and eat it before I give up. Like my ex-girlfriend, her dad used to go and order the hottest Indian, whatever Indian restaurant we want. He'd be sitting there sweating and turning red, saying, "Oh, I love it," and you could tell he didn't love it. He was just doing it for the sheer fact he could do it, and he could do it.
Veins are popping out of his head.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, you could literally see steam coming off him. It's like, why?
I mean,
Why
I've had
do you do that to yourself?
the Carolina Reaper hot sauce. I bought it at a farmer's market, and I wanted to die.
You do that with your fingertips.
That's some wicked stuff.
Mego, I appreciate you using the word Mexicans and not the word you used backstage the last time you were on show. Thank you for not putting that out on YouTube.
Did it have an X in it?
Did she use a slur? Did our Mego use a slur?
It has something to do with water and behind people.
Oh!
I'd only ever heard that term because of what was the film? Wakanda Forever. When people were talking about it, because he says it in the film, doesn't he? Namor. He actually says that term in the film, like what you calling this a word, and like I'd never heard that term before. It's like something. It's like the Mexican thing with the B word that you wear in your head. That word we'd never heard that. That's not a slur over here. It's like I was showing you that. I was showing you this the other day. It was like I can show it because in Britain it doesn't mean anything, but obviously that doesn't mean anything here. But in America.
Oh,
it
yes.
means quite a lot to some people, but it's over here it means a spy.
Yeah, that show is renamed MI5 here.
Yeah, and I can understand that for obvious reasons, But yeah, so it's somewhere.
Freddie gave us a donation.
Yeah.
Where?
Nice.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Freddie, you know you're my number one homie, bro, except that pineapple pizza stuff. But other than that, homie, bro, you my best homie right now. Thank you.
So we're about at the 2 hour mark. We ready to go ahead and wrap it up, or?
Yeah.
If you guys want to. Yep.
All right. Let's do these outros, Mr. Spider. What we got coming up, homeboy?
We'll be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the Monday mashup. We're gonna have some hot takes.
Yeah. All right, Miss Macarah, what you got coming up, sis? Where you be at?
I'm gonna be working on continue watching Stargirl, and then Wednesday we have we're doing the Troy, the director's cut for that show.
Nice.
And then and then I'll be here next Sunday, and then that's about it.
All right, Mr. Livid Pigeon, what you got, brother?
I'm finishing watching a show on Netflix, a Korean show at the moment called Agent Kim Reactivated, and it's basically a take on Nobody and stuff like that, like a spy that is hidden and has to come out of it to save his daughter and stuff. So I think I'm going to try and do a video on that because I'm really enjoying that at the moment. I think it's a really good show. So I'm going to bring that. But then also I'm on tomorrow because I'm a sucker. And then also we're going to be having to do is it Sands of Iwo Jima? No, not Sands. Letters from Iwo Jima. And what was the other one, Donna?
Flags of Our Fathers. That's Thursday.
Flags of Our Fathers. So I'm going to be watching those and then taking lots of notes, and I'm going to annoy lots of Americans probably.
All right, Miss Donna Doc, you want to tell us more about that versus, sis?
Well, yeah, since Pigeon just took the wind out of my outro, sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're doing, since it's a patriotic month, we're doing 2 films directed by Clint Eastwood. Flags of Our Fathers versus Letters from Iwo Jima, 2 sides of the same battle. Basically, who told their story better? We have with it Cole Hauser, Darth Yeager.
Nice.
of course, the regular panel, and our pigeon will be there.
Oh well, yeah, because I've seen Iwo Jima, and that's a
Because
fantastic
you know,
film, so
Roland's
it'd
going to be
good to see
suffering
the other.
through the Odyssey.
Yeah.
He doesn't want other people to watch, but he went and bought a ticket for traitor. No, he's doing it for us. That's what he's
Yeah, he's doing. Listen,
doing it so
Roland
other
does it
people
for
don't
us.
have to. I look forward.
All
He
right,
saved me
Mr.
from watching a lot of
in
movies that I would
this
have
case,
regretted.
in this case, in particular, yes, I'm doing it, so I don't want anybody else going to this damn movie. But let's see. I'm probably going to be doing or dropping a video for the box office, since it's just this summer's been a complete and utter disaster. So I'm gonna be talking about that. It'll probably drop on Monday, and then, like everybody said, regrettably, I'd much rather be with you guys Thursday, but Ian hates me, so I will be watching a god awful movie on Thursday, so nobody else has to in the world. That is my one hope. Please don't go see this movie. And I don't know, maybe tomorrow when I'm on Monday Night Meltdown, maybe he'll fire me and I'll get out of it, but I doubt it because he doesn't hate me that much. Yeah, so sorry I was a little late. Actually a lot of late, but you know, sometimes things happen. So
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? To talk about that.
Here.
Like,
Yeah,
show up on time, bro. Show up. You know what I mean?
This coming from the man who was asleep
Okay.
with a She-Hulk pillow, and he was also late. So
Bro, I showed up like 5 minutes before you, Roland. Legit 5 minutes
And
before
if you do
you.
leave, Roland, obviously, if you do leave, Roland, obviously, don't end the stream for all of us. You know.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. If I ever leave early, I will not end the stream on everyone. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm at least that considerate. Yeah. We haven't forgotten. We forget.
Yeah.
We don't forget. Yeah.
You never forget.
Payback's coming on that one. It's probably going to be on
Yeah.
RV3. Yeah.
So I am Beastman from Ocean Man Productions. Check me out over on X, the Beast 87, and Ocean Man Prod 87. Do my little art stuff over there. Been doing some animations and whatnot. Yeah, that's about it from me, man. Tell the ones you love that you love them, and as always, remain blessed. We out here, y'all.